Have you ever wondered if a small act of kindness could change your life forever? I mean, really change it, in a way you could never see coming? It sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, for one man named David, this wasn't fiction. This was his reality, and it's a story that'll make you think twice about every stranger you meet. David was just an ordinary guy. He worked a typical 9-to-5 office job, lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood, and his days were pretty much a predictable loop. Wake up, commute, work, commute, sleep. But one rainy Tuesday, something broke that loop. He was driving home, tired and just wanting to get out of the miserable weather. The rain was coming down in sheets, blurring the world outside his car. Up ahead, he saw a car pulled over on the shoulder, its hazard lights blinking weakly. Most people just drove past, probably thinking the same thing: someone else will help. But something made David slow down. He saw a figure standing by the car, getting soaked. It was a woman, looking completely lost and distressed. He pulled over behind her. He grabbed his umbrella, took a deep breath, and stepped out into the downpour. As he got closer, he saw she was on the phone, looking panicked. "My car just died," she said, her voice trembling a little. "And my phone is about to die too. The tow truck says it'll be at least 2 hours." David wasn't a mechanic, but he knew a thing or two about cars. He popped the hood, but one look told him it was something serious, way beyond a simple jumpstart. The engine was silent, a dead weight of metal and wires. "It looks like you're right," he said gently. "It's not starting." Seeing her disappointment, he made a split-second decision. "Look, it's pouring, and it's getting dark. My house is just about 10 minutes from here. You can wait there, charge your phone, and have a warm cup of tea while you wait for the tow truck. It's safer than staying out here." The woman, whose name was Sarah, was hesitant at first. A stranger's kindness can sometimes feel suspicious, but David's face was open and sincere. There was no pressure, just a simple, decent offer. She looked from his kind eyes back to the dark, rainy road and finally nodded. "Okay, thank you. Thank you so much." So, David drove her to his home. His wife, Emily, was surprised but immediately welcomed Sarah, bustling around to make her comfortable. They gave her a towel, a change of dry clothes, and that promised cup of tea. Sarah was able to charge her phone and coordinate with the tow service. For the next 2 hours, they didn't sit in awkward silence. They talked. They learned that Sarah was a nurse at the city's main hospital. They talked about their jobs, their families, and their hobbies. It was a surprisingly pleasant evening born from a random breakdown. When the tow truck finally arrived and took her car, Sarah couldn't thank David and Emily enough. "You have no idea what this meant to me," she said, her gratitude genuine. "If there's ever anything I can do for you, please, here's my number." They exchanged numbers, and as Sarah left, David felt a quiet sense of satisfaction. He'd done a good thing. And then, he forgot all about it. Life went back to its normal, predictable rhythm. Months turned into years. 5 years, to be exact. David's life had changed a bit. He and Emily now had a young son, Leo. David had switched jobs. The memory of that rainy night and the stranded woman had faded into the background. Just another small, forgotten event. Then, one sunny Saturday afternoon, the unthinkable happened. David was in his backyard, finally getting around to building a treehouse for Leo. He was high up on a ladder, reaching to secure a wooden beam. He'd done it 100 times, but this time, his foot slipped. The world turned upside down. He felt a sickening lurch, a moment of weightlessness, and then a brutal, bone-jarring impact as he hit the ground. A searing, white-hot pain shot up his leg. He tried to move, but the pain was blinding. Emily rushed out, her face a mask of terror. She called for an ambulance immediately. The ride to the hospital was a blur of pain and fear. At the emergency room, it was controlled chaos. Doctors and nurses moved with urgent purpose. David was in and out of consciousness, the pain a relentless wave. He was diagnosed with a severe compound fracture in his leg and, more critically, internal bleeding. His condition was deteriorating fast. He needed emergency surgery. As they prepped him for the operating room, a nurse was checking his vitals, her expression focused and calm amidst the frenzy. She looked at his chart, then at his face, and then her eyes widened in recognition. She looked pale, almost as if she'd seen a ghost. David was groggy, but he saw her face. There was something familiar about her, but his mind was too clouded by pain and medication to place it. She leaned in close and spoke, her voice steady but filled with an intensity that cut through his haze. David, it's me. Sarah, you helped me, years ago, on the side of the road, in the rain. David's eyes flickered. The memory came flooding back. The rain, the broken down car, the warm tea. It was her. He tried to speak, but only a weak sound came out. Sarah didn't waste a second. She turned to the lead surgeon. I know this man. He's a good man. Her voice was firm. She quickly but thoroughly recounted his medical information she'd gathered, ensuring nothing was missed. In an emergency, every second and every detail counts. Her personal connection seemed to sharpen her focus, adding an extra layer of urgency and care to her professional duties. During the long, complicated surgery, Sarah was part of the team. She wasn't the lead surgeon, but her role was vital. She was a circulating nurse, anticipating the surgeon's needs, managing supplies, and monitoring David's condition with hawk-like vigilance. To her, this wasn't just another patient on the table. This was the man who had shown her kindness when she was at her most vulnerable. This was a chance, in a way she never could have imagined, to repay that kindness. The surgery was a success. The bleeding was stopped, and his leg was painstakingly repaired. The road to recovery would be long, but he was alive. He had survived. When David woke up hours later in the recovery room, Emily was there, holding his hand, tears of relief streaming down her face. And standing quietly by the door was Sarah, her shift long over, but she had stayed. She walked over to his bedside. I told you if there was ever anything I could do, she said softly, a small smile on her face. David, his voice hoarse, looked at her. The full weight of what had happened, of the incredible coincidence, crashed down on him. A small act of kindness, a moment of compassion for a stranger 5 years ago, had just saved his life. The person he had helped had become his guardian angel in the operating room. In the weeks and months of his recovery, Sarah became a frequent visitor. She brought him books, checked on his progress, and offered Emily support. A bond forged on a rainy night was now a deep, lifelong friendship. David's story isn't about expecting a reward for every good deed. It's about something much deeper. It's a powerful reminder that our actions, no matter how small, ripple out into the world in ways we can't predict. You never know whose life you might touch, and you certainly never know how they might, one day, touch yours. That one decision to stop on a rainy night, to choose compassion over convenience, didn't just help a stranger get home safely. It set in motion a chain of events that, 5 years later, brought him home safely, too. So the next time you have the chance to help someone, remember David. You might not just be changing their day. You might, in some incredible, unforeseen way, be changing your own destiny. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.